What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? Chris back with you guys with another cool video. And when I say this, because, you know, people go, well, geez, he's coming out with all these cool ones. And that's true. This is what I see. When I look at these photos, I see structures. I see what looks like could be transports. It could be anything. Some people call it pareidolia. But here's my question. What's wrong with pareidolia? Is it because people want to say it's pareidolia because they don't believe there's anything on Mars? And pareidolia is anything that you can relate you see here on Earth with something you may see on Mars. So the bigger question, is it pareidolia or is it the actual object actually there? That's the question. It's not about pareidolia. You know, some people, every now and then you get people go, rocks. Well, we may not know exactly what these objects are. And of course, it's only guesses and it's all speculation. You guys know that because there's no way to prove it. But you can bet that they're not rocks. And I'd stake my life on it, they're not rocks. So I'm going to show you, there's two parts to this, and I think you guys are going to like this. One is a gigapan, and the second one, and I'm going to go back, I'm going to revisit an old video that I did approximately 4 years ago, give or take. And I'm going to show you that part about Mount Sharp, but I'm going to show you again, details is what brings stuff out. You can't look at a picture. Look into the picture. There's a difference. I can look at a picture all day long and go, oh, wow. Or I can actually look in depth into the photo and see things that they're trying to hide. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so let's jump off of this. All right, this is from my good friend Nev T, or Neville Thompson. Gets full credit for this. This is awesome. I mean, you can see the extensive work he's done on this, okay? And, of course, this is the MSL, or the Mars Science Laboratory, rather. I'm going to say library. 1834 NavCam. Now, the cool thing about this thing is that there's so much stitched together in here. And I've always said this because, look at, you can have a picture that just shows this one little area right here on the left and nothing more. You can't see distance from the rover. You can't see overall where is this other piece here, this particular piece on the left, where is that in relation to the rest of the photos that it might have been the same day, the next days, or sols, as they put them. What is it next to? How far is it from the rover? So you get more depth perception, or at least an idea how far it is from the rover. Now, I don't believe this is very far. I think there's a lot of crap here in the foreground that's actually been, I'm going to go ahead and just zoom into this. I'm going to go in about 250%. We're going about 250%. Now, I don't believe anything. Now, of course, anytime I move my mouse, the whole picture's going to move with it. So you got to bear with that. But a lot of this here, even in this foreground, this crap right here in the middle, now there's objects there. They're making it look like it's actual rocks, you know, flat rocks, just standard rock, whatever. But take a look at in the background here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, looks like a dome. There's crap, and you guys, I'm going to show you this again. This is insane. The amount of, you know, manipulation, obfuscation is insane in these photos. There's objects right here that are white, and it has what looks like this roof over it, like this long piece, right? And then has this white piece underneath it, almost like some either long structure, a transport, or whatever it may be. Now, people are going to say, oh, it's rocks. Hold on. You're going to see what I mean. Again, I want to bring out every line there is in this photo, okay? Whether it's a shadow, a darker line, like, perfect example, like around this right here. Now, this is the standard photo. This is not mine. This is Nev T's Gigapan. And you can see the lines around it. Okay, it's simply going to make them darker. Anything in here, like you can see this line right here, just above that, there's a line there. And it's kind of like sloped. It kind of does this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that out. Any line that's in here, it's going to be brought out. You guys are going to see what I'm talking about, and you can say, hey, yay or nay, what you think it is. Okay, so let's jump out of that. I'm going to go right to, and again, guys, I've told you, let me go ahead and reset that. I usually go to like 110 on this. You guys could just go ahead and follow him, and let me tell you something. This is recent. I mean, here it is. October 4th, 2017. These are not like 100 years ago. These are right on the money. This is 1834. These are the most frequent ones you can get. And, of course, he has a lot more older ones, so you can check that out, too. Okay, let's jump into the Photoshop. And here it is right here. Now, this is cool because when you look at this thing, now, for some reason, my computer's active. It won't allow me to just go in small increments, so I'm going to just jump right into it. For people anyway to have the smaller, you know, devices. But here's a perfect example. Look at 1, Looks like 2 right here. There's another here. And we're just going to go down. But check this out. There's something right here. It has 1, 2, 3 slots. This one's kind of faint, but you can see there's be a line there going around this. To me, again, these are not rocks. These are something much more. This looks like some kind of dome structure. Now, are we correct about everything we're pointing out, what it may be? How the hell do we know? Again, there's no way to vet this. All we can do is say, hey, this is what we believe it looks like, or something to that effect. And again, it's all about bringing out any kind of line so you can see the individuality of these particular parts. But it looks like some big black or darker area right here, and it looks like it has these slots like windows. See that? There's 1, 2, 3, has a separation right there. I don't know what that is. And when you go over here, this is where it gets more and more bizarre. Check out this crap, this gray, right? But look behind it. There's a line right here, but this piece, this white piece actually goes up, over, and then goes down. Look at the white. It actually continues on through this gray junk right here, and is something rectangular. See that? And then you've got this like overhead type thing, arched, well, looks like a roof of some sort. It goes down like this. There's something in it. I don't know if this is all one big unit, but whatever that thing is, I couldn't tell you. I mean, look at this. There's something in this. This is what I want you guys to take notice of, too. This is pretty cool. And I didn't notice this until I started using the burn tool. And then I went, wait a minute. Let me go back to the original because I want to see if this was in fact there. Because here's the thing. People want to know, are you creating this stuff, Chris, or is it actually there? And that's why I always make it a point to say, guys, here it is in the original. Here it is enhanced. So you can see that I clearly did not add this stuff to it. And that's what I want you guys to know. Because I want to keep it on the up and up. I'm not going to fool you guys and BS you guys with garbage. Okay, so right here at the very top, you got this straight line, drops down, goes across, and then goes back up. There's something right here. Goes up, goes across, or kind of slants down as well, and comes back down. These things, there's something right here. See this way this goes up, and it has this, just drops down. See it right there? There's one. Looks like there's a smaller one there. I can't be sure about that. But you can see what they look like. They just kind of, I mean, for all we know, because it's such a low res, this could be overgrowth all over this stuff. It's just overgrown, meaning it had to be organics, right? So do we know that for sure? I believe there is. Again, no way to vet it. It's only pure speculation. But because of all of the stuff I've seen in these photos and all of the research I've done on, you know, the atmosphere on Mars, polar caps, so on and so forth, I believe there's actually a water cycle, and I believe there's life on that planet. No doubt in my mind. I don't know if there's actual life now, meaning intelligent civilization. There definitely once was. Now, whether these inhabitants have now moved underground, I don't know. But clearly, NASA, and now all these other countries that are going over there with just, even if it's just with orbiters, they're looking at all of these things, and they're looking at like in awe, like, wow, whatever the hell, or whoever lived here, man, had some crazy looking things. Now, let's get into this because I want to show you guys something. I'm just going to back out just one step. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start adding, just burning some of this stuff, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to keep it at a distance for a moment because I want you to see the overall as far as the changes. See? All from the left to the right. Look up at the top and watch what happens. You can start to see a little bit more individuality. Okay? Get more and more. See that? And then what we did was I added the white to this. You can see here at the dome. I call it the dome. You can see like it's not so, it's white right here, but now watch when I go back a step. See, it wasn't as dark, and I'll tell you why. Check this out. You can see the white right in here, and it's almost like they just try to go, let's just scribble this out, and we can try to hide some of the details. If you hide the details, people will just think this is just a simple mound. Clearly, it's not a mound. Okay, so let's jump into this. This is where it gets more and more bizarre. Look at the white actual pieces in here, okay? Now watch this. Slide over to the left. Look at this. One. And it has these funky looking shapes and stuff. And see, it's like slotted areas. So look at one, like a piece here. Different details. Now, I couldn't tell you what these are, but they're there. To me, they look like a transport. It's a bunch of transports in a row. Could be the way they make their structures. We don't know. Check this out. Here's that piece I was telling you about. It has this line. See it right there? Goes up. There's 1, 2, 3 slots. Now watch. Here's the original. You can see it going like this. Going up, and very faint can you see it going like this and back. See, there's something right there. It has slots in it. whatever the hell this thing is, it's not a rock. Nothing's going to actually, in a rock, it's going to go space, 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 all by itself. Sorry, I don't buy that. Now, let's keep going with this, because I want to show you this. All of this white signature, look at this, has this line. This one here is really hidden because of the crap they put over this. Watch this. The line is still there regardless, and you can see the shape of this. It goes up, over, and there's a very, very faint line right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right in here, watch this. Right there, keep your eye on that line. It's very, very faint, but it is there. It's right there. Line, and then you've got this square piece. Watch this. And when you bring this out, this crap here, this gray, I don't know if this is, like I said, organics, meaning something that's overgrown in the area and covering this thing, or if it's in fact manipulation. I'm going to go back to the original and watch this. We'll go to magenta. Check this out. You can see where they've actually filled in, or you can see this stuff a little bit better now, but look at how crisp this is right here. Now, this is the original photo, only put in magenta plate, meaning the raw plate of this, and you can see this thing pretty darn clear. Look how sharp that is. There's items under here. This white piece is what we're looking at. Again, look into the photo, not at it, because you're going to be fooled at all times going, oh, yeah, it's just rock. You can believe that if you like. And I mean, that's totally your prerogative, really. I wouldn't knock somebody for saying that. Unless, of course, they're belligerent. Well, that makes more sense. Right here, all of this right here, is it growth? And you can see where it looks like sporadic, like it's all over this. I call it the dome. It's hard to tell. Is it a manipulation? Look at this. Completely blotted. There's something underneath here. But there's one, two. Look at it. There's something white here. See these two little sections? One, two. See that? And they're perfectly same size and everything, even though it's blurry. And I get that, guys. I'm sorry for that. Only because we're in, magenta plate, and it's a little hard to see. But you can see right there where they try to... Again, it's hard to tell whether this is, natural or if manipulated. I would say both. Hard to tell. Now, let's jump back out of that. I want to go back into this. I'm going to go back to CMYK. Now, I'm going to back out of this for a moment. And I'm going to put this in right here. Okay, this started to burn by itself. I don't know where this hook came from. See this, like, right here? Almost looks like the shape of a C. But check this out. Look at this right here. 1, 2. Is it there in the original photo? Yes. 1, 2. So what I'm doing again, I'm bringing out all of the lines in this. That's it. That was my only intention. Bring out the lines. I'm not putting the lines in. I'm just going like this with the burn tool at a certain transparency and a certain amount of brush stroke, if you will, the thickness of this, or how dark the brush may be. And what you do is you bring out these lines in it, and it's just what? And check this out. This, to me, looks like structures. I'm going to back out just a little bit. Anybody who's on the bigger screen, because to me, this is like really distorted on my screen. But check this out. Now I'm going to go to put the color filters, I should say, the blue and yellow, because it seems to make things pop a little bit more. Now I'm going to go from left to right. And again, 1, 2, 3, and it has something on this side. But you can see like again, it looks like a manipulation. You can see where it's fuzzy. That's the fuzzy. When you burn through it, it leaves you with a fuzzy area. And it's usually, to me, is a telltale sign. And I'm going to go across here. To me, this is just bizarre how there's 3 of these just happen to be sitting there. Now, are these lines here in this photo? Let's have a look. They're there. See them? 1 line here, 1 line here, and then you've got these bunch of little dark areas. By going over with the burn tool, you make it pop. It's right there. In fact, I'm going to do this for you guys. Watch this. Pay attention to this piece or on this dome itself, and let's go back and forth. I'm just going to shuttle back and forth. You guys concentrate on a certain line in here, and we're going to see if the line is actually in the photo. You can almost absolutely say yes. Absolutely. Everything there is there. All I do is make it pop better. And again, I don't know what the hell this thing is. I don't know if it's all one. See how like it's got like, again, it looks like this weird roof and stuff like that. But anyway, check that out. And then it has this piece here at the end. Again, let's have a look. Is it there? 1 line, 2 lines. Let's have a look. It's there. Look at, this is the piece I was saying earlier. Look, it goes straight across, goes down, goes across here, and then goes back up. Watch this. It's there. I'm going to cycle back and forth. Guys, tell me what you think. It's there. I mean, look at any spot on this picture while I'm cycling back and forth, and you tell me what you see. Tell me if the lines are there or not. I can almost guarantee they are. Every one of them. Some of them are going to be a little bit more vague than others because, guess what? They've been purposely taken out. Okay. I went like this. Then I went darker, even darker on this photo. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to back out. Went back to the black and white without the filters and then made it darker. Okay. This is your overall. Again, this looks like one big, almost like this weird train kind of thing, if you will. It almost looks like, because it's got this white. Check this out. Got this white area in the front. Has that line, has this curvature right here, goes all the way down. So doesn't this bottom piece. Is it something that's just a weird, funky structure? We have no idea what the hell these things are. Or is it some kind of transport? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But to me, these are not normal. Now check this out. Throw in some filter. There you go. Back out. This to me screams intelligently made. This is absolutely intelligently made, and this rover is right here. You can see it. There it is. Looking right at it. I think all of this crap here is what it is. It's crap. It's made to look like it's just simple gravel. And if you notice, though, when you back out of the photo, watch this. When you back out of it, oh, yeah, it's just a distant way. Let's look at it this way. So it looks a lot more vague, and there's hardly any detail. You just think, oh, wow, look at the little mountains in the back. And I mean, that's pretty cool. And off you go to the next photo. Well, that's where people are getting this all screwed up. And when you jump into this thing like this and then have a look, it starts to become a little bit clearer. All of these individualities, these pieces, and these objects sitting here, there's much more to this photo than meets the eye. And I've always said that these objects, they're in there. Now, I'm not going to take too much longer on that because I want to jump to this other photo. And I'm going to get off of Photoshop for a second. Well, in fact, we'll go like this. Back to this. Now, I want to show you this photo. This is pretty cool because, well, that's not it. I'm going to drag this one here. This is what I want to show you next. This is the one, if you remember the one I did where I had the satellite or the infrared, the day and night, and I told you this was the actual, well, it was the right-hand side of Mount Sharp, if you will, and it had the Twinkie. I call it the Twinkie because that's what it looks like, although it's supposed to be a butte. What I find hilarious about this, let me see if I can do this. Okay. Details, details, details. When you look at this area here, you see the slotted area goes down. Like this whole piece is like some kind of weird, call it a wing, call it a ventilation system, whatever. But you're going to see something in here, and especially this one, and this crap right here. There's much more to this photo than meets the eye. I think this is not the mountain at all. What I think this is this, like I showed you on that satellite infrared photo, you're looking down. I think all of these objects are at the base of the mountain. This is not the mountain. This is objects, and I believe, again, and I've said this before, again, it's pure speculation, that I believe they landed in the middle of a city, and they're just taking anything they can, and I don't mean by literally ripping it off, but they're looking at these items. Now, let me drag this over from my other screen. I want to show you this. This is pretty cool. Okay, this is from a video I had done in 2013, okay? And you can see these objects a little bit better. This is where it gets really cool. Watch this. Let me see if I can get myself out of the way here. Okay. Let it get bigger here. Okay. Check this stuff out in the background now. Okay, you've got this slotted area. Goes down. I almost thought, if you want to talk pareidolia, we can do that. Let me just slide back over here. Right there. I'll just keep it there. You got like this, looks like a wheel, or part of a wheel well, straight line, another wheel. Oh, look at, ooh, it's a car. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just playing. What I'm saying is, though, look at the details that are in this. Check this out. This looks like some kind of weird dormer you have on a house. And what I mean by this, and I've actually showed you guys, probably already seen this, right here. You got this, you got your pitch to your roof, and you've got this dormer sticking out. Now, why would I say that? Well, have a look at this thing a minute, because when you look at this, check this piece out. 1, 2, and it goes across, and it has these lines in it. 1, 2. See that? Goes across. Look at the way this goes across, goes down. This one, to me, at the end, is what gets you puzzled. if you look very good, if you got good eyes and see this, you can see what it looks like just because this object here is in the way of this last object. I think they're separate. I think that, remember I said that it looks like these objects are all like in a car lot. They're all in a row, laying there right in front of each other. And when you look at this, you can see what looks like the very upper right corner of a rectangle. And you got this, I want to call it like, like in a car, if you're a body man, anything you know about cars, it's got the pillar. And that's the ones like if you're sitting in the car and you got one on the right-hand side and one on the left-hand side of, and you got your windshield right there. Well, that's what it kind of looks like to me. It looks like it's got one. Look at the way this thing is cut out. Goes here, nice sharp 90-degree angles, back down, goes across. And if you look, it's very, very faint. You can see what looks like another one. Like it's on the other side of this item. See, there's one. And it looks like it's right there, but it looks like glass. Like you can see through it. You can see the other one of these, the pillar, on this side, only this glass. And this is the reason why it's not clear. Now, is that what it is? I don't know. But when you look at it, it truly does look like that. But you got this item right here. Look at this. Goes across, comes back down. There's something laying right there. You can see it right there, white. And then, of course, it's completely been fudged out. It's been, obfuscated and whatever else. But you can see it goes down in slopes, whatever that is. See that? And there's another item right here. If you blast through this is not ground, guys. This item, whatever it is literally, you can just walk over there, and walk right into the thing and just see these. These are like feet away, not miles, like they want to tell you it is. It's not. Let me see if I can find. This is what gets crazier, too. I inverted this, and check out this Twinkie, as I call it. Look at the way this thing has what looks like. This is inverted now. And you can see lines of like there's something much more to that object than meets the eye, right? And check this out. Yeah, I'm not so sure, guys. This is an actual mountain or butte at all. I think there's much more to it. Let me go back to, let me see if I can find this again. You're going to have to go forward. Maybe just a little more. Whoops. I must have went right through it real quick. Anyway, you can only see half of this here. But you can see this very piece right here. It goes like this, goes across, and then back down. And it has something flat, like it's a flat top. But let me go back to, I think it should be 1108. Or 9, doesn't really matter. But check that out. Why is these particular lines in these mountains, a lot of times they'll put them lines and fake lines in there, make it look like it's either what it could have been lake, like they said they're supposed to be checking out, and it could be just layered erosion rock. Makes sense, right? Why do they have a line, nice crisp angle right there, and going back down, and it goes like this? What looks like a piece of glass. And again, another 90 degree. You've got, well, like I said, it looks like that weird kind of box sticking out of this object. 1, 2 lines. This piece right here. Come on, this is a freaking mountain? Come on. There's so much more to this than meets the eye, guys. It's, wow, it's crazy. So I wanted to show you that because to me, again, details, details. Don't just look at the photo, look into it. And you're going to find there's much more to this thing, to a lot of these photos than people are actually seeing. Again, this is, when you look at this is all crap right here. This is not miles away. This is what I call filler. They put this flat area here to make it look like it's not only gravel here, but then, man, it's a whole lot more distance to the other side. No. My personal opinion, no. That's not it at all. But anyway, guys, give me your take on this because, again, we've got this right here. And again, once again, credit goes to Neville Thompson for this. Tell me what you think all of this is. I mean, to me, again, I'll give you one last look, guys. From right to left. And again, you got this, like I said, this weird arch type thing in it, but it's like a long roof type thing. Comes down, goes like this, and then you've got this piece in the front like it's some kind of weird one object or it's multiple objects. I don't know. All you can see is because you can't see any, we're trying to get the individuality out of this thing. We're trying to see what these pieces are, how large they are, the details that may be in them, and sometimes it's just really hard to see. And this is not going to cooperate with me. Let me do it this way. Okay. Okay. So we've got from right here. And this is what the people, for the people who got the phones and the smaller devices, which I don't mind, helping you guys out there too. To me, call it what you like. These are not rocks. These are not mountains. These are much more to this. And I'm going to show you another part of this, believe it or not, is actually to the left of this. And I know a lot of people, because a lot of you guys are hardcore on this stuff. You've already seen these photos, but I actually take a couple of the photos, I put them together myself to make one big, I just stitch them together, make one big picture. And you can just tell it just doesn't look like a natural landscape. It just does not look like that. Let me go and do this. And that's it, guys. I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna let you guys see this, and then we're gonna close out the video. But just stay tuned. I got more coming up. Crazy, crazy videos. Just every time you look around now, there's more and more things that's starting to either. I think these guys are disgruntled, man. They're just leaving this stuff in there purposely, and then some stuff not so much. You really got to work to find it. But again, I think they're doing this kind of, hey, if you're willing to look at these photos, you'll see exactly what's in them. And I believe that's the case. I believe this is the way they make it. Instead of forcing it down the public's throat, they're going, hey, let these people find it for themselves. Because clearly, if they're interested in this, it's not going to freak them out. You show that you force it onto somebody else that says, oh, I'd rather not see what's there. And then you go, wow, that's kind of creepy. It does look like some kind of structures, like one big structure or a bunch of little structures all over this thing. To me, that freaks me out. Well, they know anybody who's looking at these, they want to know. This is the reason why we're all over them. This is the reason why we're all over these photos. So, there you go. If you want to find what's in these photos, you want to know what's really on Mars, have a look at it. And this is what they want you to do. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep it much longer than this. I'm going to let you guys go. And again, I've got some cool videos coming up. I'm going to try to bounce to the moon type thing. It's been busy here, but I've been rocking and rolling here to get more and more of these out for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go for now. You guys have a great day. And we'll see you in the next video.